Hello and welcome to In the Zone. My guests today are an electrifying rock and roll trio based in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Their single Makes No Difference is out tomorrow, December 2nd. They're an absolute blast to see perform. They've played at the Park Theatre, Big Sun Festival, Festival du Voyageur, I like that French, the Burt Block Party, on tour in Saskatchewan and Alberta, and now they're in the zone. It's Show Pony. Show Pony, Thomas, Nick Manolo, thanks for coming.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me.
We're here. How's your week been?
Busy, lots of tinkering. We prepping for our shows. You know, we just set up a new in-ears thing in the studio.
Ooh, that's fun.
So that was a lot of work. Nick brought a new drum set. He's tinkering.
Yeah, I was always tinkering.
What would you go with for the kit?
Oh, just on Marketplace. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I'm always tinkering. You know what I mean? It's always good to get new stuff and see what's going on. Mm-hmm.
Big Marketplace fiend.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. So how many kits do you have?
I guess kind of like three. I have like three main ones, but I have one that's a lot of pieces. I have like a shell bank of a brand called Rogers, which is like an American, like an old American brand or whatever. So I have like a lot of black Rogers drums, and then I have a Vista Light kit, which is like clear drums, and then I have a Slingerland kit I bought a little while ago, which is another American brand. So
Dope.
you know, those are my assets. That's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all I
He
have.
doesn't buy stocks. He buys drum
Just
sets.
drums, you know what I mean?
Drum stocks are going up.
Oh, yeah, way up.
Get in while you can. Thomas, are you a big gear guy?
Yeah. I think I got like 5 or 6 guitars. I have like a couple main ones. I have my Flying V, and I have a Gretsch Billy Bow. But I'm constantly just cycling in and out, rotating. You know, it's I'm very indecisive.
Mm-hmm.
You got a crazy pedal like multi-effect thing.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And I was noticing when you were playing, like you're changing a lot. It's like I was like all the time.
Yeah.
Pedal.
Yeah, I know, and I bought that thing to like cut down on changes because like I love effects, and so I'm always trying to, you know, every verse and chorus, I'm trying to do different effects, and so I bought this Helix thing because you can pre-program all the settings into it, right? So I can program my verse, chorus, whatever tones I want, but it's still flip-flop, and so didn't really do it, but it's more toys.
Okay, so but it is all pre-planned, because I was wondering, like you were changing it so much that I'm like, is he just like on the fly, like deciding what?
No,
Okay.
no, it's
Tone chef.
chef. Just freeballing in the kitchen. No, so with those Helixes you can program like snapshots, and so I kind of program like each verse, chorus, bridge, you know, because if I'm doing lead stuff, I want a little delay and reverb, but on a chorus, you know, when I'm doing big chords and stuff, I don't want that. I just want it clean.
Yeah.
So then I can switch. It's all kind of all in one. So I'm changing like 3 or 4 pedals with one button, which is kind of fun.
Sick.
But I still run it because those are meant to be amp modelers, but I run it into real amps because I don't like the modelers.
Yeah. Real amps always it.
Yeah, I just like, you know, I've heard people make them sound good, but I just like a loud Marshall.
And a loud
Vox. I run 2 amps at the same time, much to everybody's chagrin. Is that necessary? No. It actually is. But yeah, it's fun.
And then Manol, you play guitar too. When I saw you, you weren't playing it.
No,
but...
I've retired the guitar
Oh, you
playing
have? Okay.
in this band. I have a Gretsch Falcon though. It's
Yeah.
a nice white acoustic guitar, but no, it's been years since I've brought that on stage.
Okay. Yeah. You write with it though?
It's been a while since I've written with it, but yeah, early Show Pony I wrote all of our songs on it. But I should bring that back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the writing process now?
I don't know if there's like a straight process that we have. It's sometimes Thomas will bring a riff and we'll work around that. Sometimes we jam something. Sometimes I've written a little something and I bring it to them, but it's like I don't know if there's like a formula.
No, I think it depends song by song, because we're all three of us are independently songwriters, and so we'll each bring ideas. Nick is a really good songwriter for a drummer. He writes some really good stuff.
What can I say?
And so he'll come to the table with stuff, you know.
Every time I think a song's finished, Nick does not think it's finished.
Nick is the song chef.
A maximalist.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So you'll come in with like a melody or chords, or what are you coming in with?
Yeah, maybe both. Just depends. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just in the kitchen cooking something and you get an idea that pops in your head, and you know, get out the old voice notes app and away you go. But yeah, not so much like lyrics. Maybe
No, you do.
more like guide lyrics, or just more for the rhythm of what the melody would be than
Vowel
it would
sounds.
be. Yeah, then it would be like, you know, here's like my poem or whatever. But but anyways, yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Anybody could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
The ideas just come sometimes, and try and capture it.
Yeah. Where do ideas usually come, except like apart from the kitchen?
Oh.
I feel like I don't know, it just like it is kind of just like that. You'll be in the car or the kitchen or something, and then suddenly like this thing will just, he's like, I want to hear a song like that. And then
Sometimes
start working it.
I'll have like melody in my head and I'm convinced, like I must have heard this somewhere else. I must have heard this, like, I don't know if it's my own idea. And then we start fleshing it out. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is its own thing. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, so it just depends on what it is. But like sometimes, I remember the last time I went to go see that Bruce Springsteen movie or whatever, and I got an idea for, because sometimes you're in a setting where it's like the movie theater where they have like a good sound system, and you're like, then just something pops in your head and you're like, man, this would sound sweet in here. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like, or you go to an event, like a concert at like an arena, and you're just like, what would, you know, this would be a wicked riff or whatever for this space, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah. I like to practice like going to the studio by myself and just like turning my brain off as much as possible, and like kind of just like cavemanning it, where it's just whatever comes out of my hand at that time. Instead of, because I have such a tendency to overthink it, be like, it needs to sound like this and this and this. But if I just like turn it all off and not think, just empty brain, and then do stuff sometimes.
And the thinking is what'll stop the progress, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're just not thinking about it, you can just do a whole song right there.
Yeah, like Nick and I were jamming one time and just like purposely not thinking, and we're just being silly and doing caveman riffs, and eventually we did one and we were kind of laughing. It was Charlie, and it's literally just like bah, 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 and it was like, oh shit, that's actually really good. And so like a lot of times it just comes from not thinking about it.
Do we have it? What's the other? Is any of our other songs empty brain songs? Which ones?
Superstar.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, literally it's just all E.
Yeah, that's true.
I do E, and then I just do different octaves of E, and it's just like bam, bam, bam,
for the whole
bam,
song.
bam. Yeah, the main riff is just E in 2 different octaves, and then the chorus chord is just E.
Nice.
Sick.
And then there's different chords in there a little bit, but
Overthinking is definitely a problem, because I find when I am going through something or I'm thinking a lot about a specific thing and I decide I want to write a song about it, it's always bad. The best songs when I'm just going into it and I'm kind of like ad-libbing lyrics and then eventually kind of create meaning and like edit the meaning in it. But if I go in with a specific intention, it's usually like cliche. Like, cliches can be good, but it's usually cliche and like forced, it feels.
Yeah, it's like it's not a pure starting point. It's like it's a intellectual idea,
Exactly,
not like a sonic thing. I don't know where those come from. They come from somewhere, and then you can maybe make something out of it.
yeah, I think it was Jack White says you have to be an antenna for these ideas, right? They're all floating out there.
Yeah.
And you have to be that antenna, but to do that, you have to not overthink it, which is a big lesson in mindfulness.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
I think though, like sometimes you have to work it though too a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like your antenna gets stronger because you know, if you're like not, you know, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it's like if you haven't written in a while or whatever, and it's like you get something, but like once you get the ball rolling and kind of like open yourself up to being like, oh, I'm just going to try this or this, then it's like things come in a little quicker. You know what I mean?
True.
It's definitely like saying you just turn your mind off is definitely a simplification of the idea. I think it's more like the practice of being focused and being mindful of these things is the turning off your brain aspect.
Yeah. So you're not just like literally just
I'm not
doing
just, like,
stuff, because then it's just gonna be noise.
For like 5 hours.
You have some type of direction, but
My wife wonders where I am for the entire night, and I'm just in the studio smashing the guitar.
Playing E.
Yeah.
4 different
Why haven't I
octaves.
written this song? But no, it's like you have to work towards turning your brain off. It's not that simple, and I'm still trying to figure that out.
yeah. You guys, you were touring last month. Alberta, Saskatchewan. How are those?
It went well.
It was good.
I was like, yeah.
It was good. We stayed at the most beautiful Days Inn in Lethbridge, and I'm not even being silly. It was the most beautiful Days Inn I've ever stayed in. It had like a Sistine Chapel atrium, and the ceilings were painted, and had a rock wall waterfall, and then it backed the most beautiful hill. That was the highlight of the tour
was
for
cheap.
me.
That was cheap.
I have $80 for this
I'd go there.
Lethbridge.
I'd go to Lethbridge just for that hotel.
100%.
We didn't even get to visit the pool, so
Yeah.
But Thomas, you booked it. Didn't you not know? You looked at the photos?
They do not advertise that aspect of it. It's
got to leave a little something.
yeah. So it's just when I booked it, it was just a Days Inn. But then we walk in there, and it's this beautiful atrium. That was my favorite part of tour.
But we never used the
Shows
pool.
are okay.
Yeah, the shows whatever. But that Days Inn, my God.
We should have gone for night swim after the show.
Yeah, but no, the shows were good too. You know, it was our first time out west since we've kind of rebranded our sound a bit, and so it was really nice to be able to show people. Playing with Uncanny Valley, they're cool. They're playing with us in December, like gothy new wave sort of stuff. One of my favorite bands from Alberta.
I haven't heard them, but gothic new wave sounds sick as fuck.
Yeah, it's like Susie and the Banshees sort of thing. It's really cool.
Sick. Shows fairly well attended. What was turnout like?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if we're being honest, Lethbridge was not.
Lethbridge.
But I don't think it's necessarily when you're doing these early jaunts about like playing to a packed room.
Yeah.
We only have one single out, but I think it's about making connections with the people there, and I think it's fun to play smaller rooms with less people sometimes, because you can get more intimate with those people.
It was still a fun show. The sound guy had created this backdrop made out of like it was like a projection, and he was fiddling around with oil and like food coloring and making these like kind of like psychedelic projections behind us, and
sick.
that was really cool.
Yeah,
like,
it's
like
kind of
live. He's doing like
Yeah.
oil
Well, it's
stuff.
like, have you like it's like in the 60s, like have you ever seen the videos where it's like all the like weird bubbly colors,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever, because that's like that was a practical, like that's how you do it, or if it's like a practical thing where they have a projector and then
Right.
you like mess with the colors, and that's how whatever.
Dope.
Yeah, we play a
That's
couple
fun.
of years ago. I played a show where they had this a lighting guy was traveling with them, and he did that at the park, and but I think he was like hitting it with like sticks or something, or like smacking with his hands, because his hands were just like covered in this oil after. But it was like this most insane like psychedelic light show or whatever. You could do it
That's
too.
awesome.
You know what I mean? Try it at home.
Yeah.
Projector and some oils, and away you go. But yeah, the people, like the Lethbridge, it was a small show, but the people that came out were really great, and the other bands were really good, and it was intimate, but it was good people that came out though. It was awesome.
Well, as long as you can make the $80 for the Days Inn, it's worth it, right?
That's all that matters.
Best show on the tour?
I'd say Edmonton.
Edmonton rocked. Yeah, played the 9910.
Yeah.
Super interesting venue. Very like Victorian cabaret type vibe in there.
Speakeasy type
vibes.
Had this like golden velvet backdrop to it, and kind of like low ceilings and red lights they use, and yeah, it was just a vibe. It was good.
Really cool.
I just noticed you have paper clips as your earrings. I love it.
Yeah, they're fake, but they're
real would be a hazard, I suppose. But.
Deconstruct. That's where I got them.
Oh.
Nice.
Plug your workplace.
Yeah.
And so the tour was just you three?
No.
Or do you have
No, we have Rob Nags plays rhythm guitar and does some vocals, and then we have Morgan Davis playing bass.
Sick.
And whatever. Yeah.
They're a regular cast of live musicians that play with us.
And so are they involved in the writing at all as well, or is it basically you three come up with stuff, approach them, we got it?
Yeah, it's just the three of us for writing. So we'll do everything and then demo the tracks, and then when it comes to time to learn them, we just send them the isolated tracks and they learn it. It's new because like we used to be a 5-piece, and so we had 2 other full-time members in the band, and so it was interesting going from writing with 5 people to writing with 3. It there's good and bad parts of it. Like sometimes when you have too many people, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and there's too many ideas. But also now when we're writing, we can only do drums, guitar, and vocals. So it's limiting too, but it's been an interesting experiment.
I think the 3 of us have always been kind of on the same wavelength creatively, or like similar paths. So I think we like keeping it to us. We're just a bit protective about that, I guess. Now.
We're also kind of control freaks.
Yeah.
I feel it though, like we had my band, same deal, core 3, and then we have one playing bass who he just moved to London, and now we're like
England or Ontario?
England, the good one. Yeah. Thank God. And now we're kind of just like we could get another bass, or we could just like track it, but I think either way it's like you stick with 3 core. I think it works with the vibe,
100%.
Yeah.
But every project's different, you know what I mean? Like depends on what your thing is, but at least for us, that's how it works.
Yeah. And so with like arranging parts, when you're adding now a guitar and a bass, how does that work out?
I mean, Nick and I will both do provide ideas for that sort of thing when we're writing. I play both, but everything is kind of an active collaboration, which was why it's really fun. It's not like I'm the only one writing guitar and bass parts. We're all kind of contributing to everything, which kind of makes it fun because it's all of ours instead of just mine or just Nick's or just Minot's.
Sick. There's a song you guys are most proud of that you've written?
I think right now we're really bumping the song Charlie that we wrote. I don't know if it's our favorite of all time, but
I think It Makes No Difference, our next single coming out, is probably my favorite, especially after we recorded it. That took us so long to actually finish that song. It took us we were probably working on that for like over a year.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because it started out as an acoustic bridge that Minot wrote. It was in a voice demo, long forgotten, and then Nick one day was like, "This bridge you wrote in this acoustic song was really good," and the rest of the song was nothing like it. And then
we cut those verses.
Yeah, we cut those verses, but then we built this whole song based around this bridge that became the chorus, and then it was just I don't know why we struggled so hard writing it. I think it's just because it's a bit of a unique song. But then after we recorded it, we put so many layers and so much thought into it that I'm very proud of it.
I think also we've never written a song around a part that's already done.
Yeah.
I think that was a bit of its own challenge.
Kind of see where to take it or whatever off of that one piece. But it was a good part though. It was
Thanks.
you done well,
Thank you.
It was a great part.
Has it happened before where you have a part that you think is one section and then it ends up becoming like you think you have a chorus, it's actually the verse or vice versa?
Well, I think Lightning was like that.
Oh yeah.
If you remember Thomas, I think Lightning, I'm trying to think. I think the chorus was originally like just written as a verse or something, but then we, as a challenge, thought we have to write something. We have to make that the verse and make something catchier for the chorus or whatever. I
think you're the verse right now you had was the chorus.
Yeah, sorry, the verse was the chorus.
And we're like, that's good, but let's flip it around and make that the verse, and then we write something better than that for the chorus.
Interesting.
And
I don't know if we've done that
How
since,
do you know
but we
when
should do
to
that.
stop? You know what I mean?
just keep flipping.
The chorus is now the verse again.
Distilling until it's this.
That's how you get the best song.
You
just keep flipping it.
And for some reason, whenever we write a bridge, it's the most magical moment. Like I think for Lightning, us three were together and just kind of off the cuff wrote a bridge for that. I think there's a song called Uh-huh that we haven't really played at all live, but that was also that kind of case where like bridges just happen to come
We're
faster.
really good at writing bridges.
Oh, we could write a bridge. Hire us to write your bridges.
Yes.
You're stuck. We'll come in 15 minutes. You got a bridge.
Yeah. The bridge we always write like that. I don't know why. It's the rest of the song that takes a minute, but
Actually, bridge is for sure the toughest for me.
yeah.
It only
Or
happens
the-
once. You know what I mean? That's why it's easiest. You don't have to like, oh, how are we going to regurgitate this thing? It's just like, you just do it once and it's gone.
Or maybe actually second verse is the hardest.
Yes, I
That's
think
always
so.
tough.
Yeah.
That's always tough.
Same as the first, but it's just half as long.
I always write whatever I have for the first verse. Nick's like, that's the second verse, and I'm like, no, I have to rewrite it.
Yeah.
Do you have any tricks if you're like if you're writing the second verse and you're stuck?
Oh, I don't know if I could articulate that really, because I don't know if I know what that is.
Yeah.
When you figure that out, and I think that is kind of a song by song case.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tricky question. Yeah. I don't know if I have an answer besides just like a feeling. You know.
What do you do? Maybe you can help us out.
Wow. Like, I just like keep throwing shit at the wall.
Yeah.
There's that, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you like, if you like, sometimes I'll be like, hey, this is the time where you need to figure out like what is the song, what's the song about, and like, is there like a missing piece?
Yes.
You know, because like until then you can kind of like we were saying before, like you're turning off your brain, you're just going, and then at some point though you do need to be like, okay, but like, if we were to think about this, what is this actually about? And then the second verse is usually where it like kind of all ties together.
But you know that I agree with you, but that will also trip me up sometimes too, because I'm like, okay, this is what I need to say here, and then I'm like overthinking. So like, I think that can work. Where you're like, okay, what's the missing piece of what needs to be said? And sometimes you find it, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes for me, I'm like not finding it, and I have to go, what's the instinct? Like where do I just go instinctually without thinking too much? It's like there's not one answer. It's like every song's different, every feel is different, right? But
and I think the second verse can just be super short. I mean, Lightning is longer on the second verse, which is cool.
Is it?
I haven't thought about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's twice.
You're right. We should know that.
But most of the time, yeah, shorter. Like the verse can just be super simple. You can have 8 bars, 16 bars, in and out, boom.
Yeah, that song used
4
to
lines.
be probably twice as long before we recorded it. Lightning. We had like a whole twice.
8 minutes?
8.
It's an epic.
It was. I think it was over five minutes.
Really?
And now it's just over 3, and so we lobbed off a lot of it.
We took away your theremin solo and then
No, it was when we recorded the whole EP. We worked with this producer in Vancouver named Ryan Worsley, which was interesting because we were doing like a co-write with him in the way that we had all these songs, and then we sent it to him to be like, what do you think? And essentially he chopped off everything that he thought was not necessary, which was mainly a lot of my guitar riffs. Ryan.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. But it was interesting because with Lightning we had this whole guitar intro of just like playing the chords, and then the pre-choruses were twice as long, and so it was an interesting exercise because he lobbed all that stuff off, and it was so we had to kind of, and me anyway, had to like pull back my ego and be like, oh, all my guitar stuff's gone. But it made the song way better.
And at first it was jarring. We would hear these, so we would send him these demos and he would kind of cut them up, send them back. And at first we would be like, oh, this, like, I don't know if this is right, blah, blah, blah. And then we would like then we learned to play it that way. And then we're like, this is like exactly what those songs needed.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I noticed that it's like the fat is very much trimmed. It's just right to the point. There's like, I guess the only guitar solo is like 2 progressions right at the end.
Yeah. And that was the other thing is like he cut it in half, the guitar solo. The guitar solo used to be twice as long. And now looking back on it, it was totally unnecessary. It doesn't need to be that long. That was just self-serving. And so now this is serving the song instead of me.
Yeah.
You know? But I think writing with Ryan that way changed our perspective on songwriting a bit.
Totally.
Where we're just, now it's, you know, always thinking about if it actually serves the song or not.
All killer, no filler.
Amen.
You know?
Amen.
And so you guys, is the EP done?
It's done. It's mastered.
Let's go.
It's done.
Do you have a timeline?
Spring 2026.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have this next single coming out December 2nd. And then there'll be one more in the new year, and then the full EP in spring.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very excited. It's taken so long. We've been working on this thing for so long.
So long, yeah.
But it's but I think I'm very proud of it.
You just wanted to do a good job.
We just wanted it to sound good. But it I think it sounds pretty rockin'. It sounds pretty huge, which I'm very happy about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do the release. You got the single release December 5th. No,
December 6th.
December 6th.
Yeah.
At the Park Theater, which is sick. EP release probably at the park. I don't know. Run it again.
I don't know. I'm like, I love playing the park and bigger venues like that because you get huge sound and more space. But I love a tight, dirty show. You know, playing venue like Times or the Daughter. I love when it's packed as many people over capacity and everybody's squished together. I feel like that creates a certain energy.
Times Change was sick for you guys. I thought that.
Yeah, Times is great.
Yeah,
I love playing Times.
Yeah, it felt good.
But yeah, I don't know. Part of me loves the tight venue. The energy is just, you know, it's a little bit more intimate.
We haven't thought that far ahead, you know.
No. We take it day by day.
Back and forth, the mixes, master. You know.
Yeah.
Take it day by day.
Yeah.
I think that you're sitting on it for so long, like, because it's done now. Like my band, we're probably gonna be like as soon as it's mastered and as soon as we've, you know, sealed the deal, we'll put it out. Why are you guys really taking your time with it?
I don't know. I mean, like the climate to release music in is so strange right now, and so thinking about like how to maximize the payoff,
the impact
of the release. It's, you know, there's so many opinions about how to do a release cycle and how to do like a proper release cycle. And some people recommend releasing a song every 4 to 6 weeks. And there's a whole promo cycle that goes with that. So I think we're kind of wanted to experiment with doing, you know, a proper release cycle, whatever that means, and spacing out the singles and giving them the time that they deserve before just moving on to the next one. And so, you know, that involves getting a lot of like promo materials ready and press stuff and all that sort of thing. So it takes time. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks in between just to like catch up on all the work to put out a single.
That's fun doing like the proper rollout, you know, as the debut EP. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun, but you know, it's not very glamorous. It's just a lot of emails. It's so many. I send so many emails. Like, it's so stupid.
Sitting at your table in the kitchen, just
literally all day, just emails, and I hate it. I hate emailing.
But there's also something to say about us doing everything ourselves, which I've been enjoying in terms of like just even like the visuals. We've been creating everything ourselves, along with Thomas's wife Adele, who's helped us too. And I don't know if I would change that. I think for the rest of the EP, I would like to keep doing what we're doing, and then maybe in the future collaborate with people. Because I think collaboration is fun and has its own thing. But I really like that this band, like, we're pretty insular with what we put out, and kind of create ourselves and do things very DIY. Yeah.
Also, just it creates a, like, you guys have a consistent aesthetic, and especially with like being more deliberate with releases, like, I think it creates like a better band image, and you guys got a unique thing.
I think that, but like part of that too is just like, I don't know, I can't speak for these two, but like that's something that's like ever since I was a kid, it's just like I've been obsessed with like the aesthetic of bands, and like the album artwork and the clothes and the all this kind of stuff. It's like, to me, that can be just as exciting as like making music or whatever. It's just like a lot of this, I don't know, it's just like growing up looking at like Iron Maiden album covers or like whatever, where it's just like I love that stuff. So anyways, I think that we're really lucky to have Adele to work with us, because like she's an amazing artist, and like I'm like, I think it's really like I personally am like really happy with just like the art and the thing and the music videos and whatever, because it's just like I think that's just as much fun as like, and I think it's just as important in some cases as the music, you know what I mean? And like I think one of the things that some people talk about is like, with your project, it's like you want to build your world, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like being an artist or a band or whatever, it's not just about like, or it could be it's different for everyone, but it's about like kind of building your world, you know what I mean? Of like this, it's like you think of like Bjork, and it's like her, it's just like she has the craziest out in her artwork and blah blah blah. It's like she has her own world, you know what I mean? So I think we're kind of building or trying to build our own little world too, you know what I mean?
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
You have a favorite lyric you've written?
Oh. I don't know if offhand I can think of that. Is that a bad answer? I don't know. I don't know if I have like I really what comes to my mind is this song that I'd written quite a while ago. It's called and we haven't really played in a long time, but I think the lyrics to that song are very intimate, and like can I say it's like kind of clever, and I just don't know how I came up with it.
Your antenna.
My antenna was really there. But what do you guys think? Like, I don't know, do you guys have a lyric that you guys can think about that you like?
I don't know.
Should have thought about that. Wow.
I don't know. I like them all.
Yeah.
Everyone.
It sounds negative, because like I do like connect my lyrics, but I'm like, what's like an all-time fave?
Yeah.
I can only speak for myself, but I feel like that's one, again, because like when we write, like a lot of the time, we'll start with whatever, some chords or a melody or whatever, but it's like a lot, like that's her domain purely, you know what I mean? Is like doing for the most part, maybe not necessarily like completely, but it's like I think that's mostly her thing. So it's like, you know what I mean? There's
a song on the EP called "You Just Know," and that song I'm really proud of. The lyrics of that song, especially kind of like the ending phrases. Again, sometimes you write lyrics and you're like, I don't know how that came out of me, or like, it's not necessarily something I intended on, but when I say it, I'm like, oh, that's exactly like what's happening up here, So
what is the ending thing?
I'm trying to think. I don't want to sing it. Can we just give? So shy. I am so shy. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'll just read it. Hold on.
Got to get your notes out.
The thing is, and maybe other singers relate to this, but like, you only know your lyrics when you're singing them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, what am I saying there? I don't know. You guys talk while I do this.
No, we'll wait. Are you the prime lyricist in your project?
Mostly, yeah.
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 Nice.
You have books and books full of stuff.
Okay, shut up. I have it.
Yeah.
Notes app very long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so lyrics for You Just Know. You just know this is how it's gonna be, you and me eternity. You just know what to say and what to do. You're in my head, you're in the room. I swear it's you, but I don't know how. I just think, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
They're good.
They're
I
real
mean,
good.
like, I don't know if that's the best one, but it's nice, and it spoke to where I
Yeah.
am at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You always come up with good lyrics.
Like what? Give me an example.
You know, that's your major, English major. You know, real
I'm
lyric
glad.
machine.
Your English major?
I am.
What's your favorite book?
I don't even want to leave this. I don't know. I don't read that much. I don't know. I don't.
What was the one that you spent the most time with for your degree?
Can I be honest?
Yes.
I skimmed, and I did very well.
Okay. Okay.
I skimmed, and I got good grades. Like,
Sick.
you know, I wish I took school more seriously back in the time, but I did not. Damn, this is a bad interview for me.
Put you on the spotlight.
Your profs are gonna watch this and be like, oh, no.
Take
I
back her
did do.
degree.
I did do well.
Give me that diploma.
Also, but in my defense, this is like several years ago, so I don't remember, truthfully.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I was taking English. I did like a semester and a half. I was going to be a teacher, and then I decided against it. But I was big time skimming on the history class because I was like, okay, it's this huge textbook. There's 12 units, and I'm like, but the exam is like you have your choice of which questions to answer from across the whole class. So I was like, surely I can just learn like 2/3 of this class, right? Like I don't actually have to do the last third. And yeah, I didn't have to do the last third. I just like focus on the first 2/3 and then just picked stuff
Cheated
those
the
in
system.
that. Yeah.
Nice.
Easy.
And you nail it. Good marks.
Yeah, I got like 80 something.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
That's
you
a
know?
pass. That's a
Yeah.
pass.
Hacks. We're teaching hacks.
Yeah.
School hacks.
Only learn half of your class.
The good half.
Yeah.
But I think that actually is like a better way to ultimately, it's like, are you going to learn the whole thing somewhat or learn like a part of it fully, you know?
That's what you call a specialist.
Yeah.
You become a specialist.
Yeah.
You know? Higher pay.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have finished university if I would have learned that.
We're not academics here.
No, we're not. We're not.
We're just simple tune farmers. Plowing
Playing
crop.
E. Playing E. Yeah.
Is there a recurring band debate or like a point of discussion amongst you guys?
I feel like we talk often about whether Jeremy Allen White is hot or not.
Yeah.
I feel like that's come up many times now. Nick's on the no train, right?
I think he's fine. I don't know. Whatever. It's, you know.
See,
He's great. He's
he
fine.
doesn't think Jeremy
I don't
Allen White
think
is.
it's like, I don't know. It's just not.
He's the people's person right now.
Yeah, I suppose. You know what I mean? But I don't have to like everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that came
It's
out.
not that I don't like him. I just I don't think he's a smasher. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I think
Hot.
I think he's hot.
Well, there you
I mean,
go. That's great.
I think he's hot. Yeah.
He's hot in like a sad way. Like his eyes. Like, that's what I mean is like his eyes look so sad,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, and I don't know. He has like a very like,
I don't know.
you know,
We also were talking about whether Jacob Elordi was hot.
like.
You
We all
also
agree.
said no.
No, you said.
No, I didn't say. No, what I said was that I thought.
Nick doesn't think any man is hot.
No, it's not that I thought that it was. I thought Frankenstein was MGK, and then everyone said, "Oh no, that's Jacob Elordi,"
That's
and
so
and then I
disrespectful.
said they look sort of similar, and then that was a whole thing.
Nick thought that the new Frankenstein was played by Machine Gun Kelly, not Jacob Elordi. Which
Well, I didn't know he has that rubber mask on or whatever, so I don't know who's underneath there.
no. That comes up often.
I feel like there's plenty of things that I can't. That once again, I can't think of anything.
It's who's hot.
Debates, I don't know. What do we debate about?
Well, we pretty similar music taste.
No, we don't really. Oh, no, you guys in the car, you were saying I have Earl's music.
Oh yeah. Because that's our thing on tour. Is everybody's allowed 3 songs on the queue, and then you have to pass it to the next person, right? Because to avoid. This was caused by Nick, because he would play.
No, that's not true. You, on the first time or when was that? When we went to Saskatchewan, you guys were in the car, you 3. And then me and Minot went in my car, but you guys were doing the 3-song rotation before. That was a set rule.
No, but we've done it before.
Oh, maybe.
We've done it before.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But
anyway, a lot of
anyway.
Mingus.
Nick has a habit of putting really long.
I'll put one long song, and I don't put 3 in a row.
His song is, anyway. So anyway, we have a 3-song rule, and it's just really funny because each of us, we have common music taste, but then there's like outliers that like really stand out. Like, Nick really loves prog and like really long stuff, so we put on like Genesis and Frank Zappa, and then Minot's putting on like Earl's Girl music.
I played Solange, okay, and then I played McGee, which I understand, I get it, but it's a vibe.
Yeah, and then our bass player Morgan he likes like swampy
clown power violin,
clown core metal stuff, and then Rob likes like pop punk and stuff like that. So we go through a lot of like really jarring.
Yeah, so halfway through the tour, we stopped doing that, and then Thomas just played Genesis, and the car was silent.
Yeah.
This is also around the time where Lily Allen's new album came out, so I made them listen to that.
Yeah,
from
that was
start
good.
to finish. It was great.
Yeah. Felt like a cultural moment,
It is.
Yeah.
what Lily's up to.
She's doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Best long song, like 15-minute plus song.
15-minute plus. Ooh. How long is Watermelon in Easter Hay?
Oh, I don't even know.
That's
a bop.
That's a bop. Frank Zappa, Watermelon in Easter Hay.
Yeah, just my thing is, it's like sometimes this is just me, but when you're on like a long drive, you know what I mean, when you're in the car for like 5 hours or whatever, it's like sometimes it's nice to be able to like sink into something for a bit, than like, because when you do the and I love democracy, you know what I mean, we love the 3-song rule and like whatever, but sometimes like it's just like, and I think there's also a like a natural progression to a trip a little bit, where it's like when you're first leaving, everyone's excited and you're listening to like, whatever, some bops. But then like on the second day, when you've been driving for like X amount of hours, it's like you just want to stare out the window and kind of like space out a little bit and like and sink into something, as opposed to like just like, every 3 minutes there's like some crazy like ska horns, and then we have like an island music, and then we're on Solange, and then it's like whatever. So then I think sometimes long songs are nice because you can just kind of go in that world for a little bit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's my thing.
After Lethbridge I took over and I killed the vibe. Only Genesis and King Crimson.
I was all for it. Yeah. So it's good. I think, when, again, this is just my opinion, but when you get, it's like when you're close to the city or the venue, then you can start putting on the bops, because then everyone gets excited again. But like when you're like 3 hours out in the middle of nowhere, you just put on the long songs and just kind of like enjoy the experience a little bit,
Yeah.
I would just like rotate albums.
Yeah. Full album's good.
Yeah.
I like a full album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You a full album?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are you guys listening to these days? Like last week, like what have you been listening to?
I've been listening to a lot of Geese.
Nice.
The kids love Geese, and I love Geese. That new album they put out, Getting Killed, is incredible. And then that new Rosalia album, also incredible. I've been on that hard. And I've been listening to King Woman, which is a doom band. They're crazy. but mainly Geese. I think my wife's getting really tired of that record, but it's all I've been listening to. I can't get enough.
That's a good one. I only listened to it once, but I should re-listen. I really liked it.
It's like new Velvet Underground. It's so good.
Geese?
Yeah. They're the new Velvet Underground. Kids from New York, you know?
I see. I don't listen to music. I just listen to podcasts, basically. The Bob Left Sets podcast. That's a good one. Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Shimmer since me and Thomas saw them. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw them open for Amel and the Sniffers,
Sick.
which was fun. They're real cool.
What was it?
Sheer Mag.
Sheer Meg. Like SHEAR?
EER.
EER. Sheer.
Mag.
Okay.
Two words. MAG.
AG. Okay.
They rock.
Yeah. Sick.
Also like vintage inspired rock.
Nice.
But new shit. It's cool.
You guys have had one major genre flip. Do you foresee it happening again?
We keep threatening it.
We keep threatening it with the ska version of the band. No, probably. I think it's fun to like, you know, explore new options. You know, like I don't know, especially like again when we're writing, I feel like we're not going in with the idea that's like, oh, we need to write a song that sounds like this. Sometimes we do, but I don't think we're like deliberately going in like. When I write anyway, I'm not going in to be like, oh, I need to write a song that sounds like Show Pony. It's like whatever I'm listening to. So I'm listening to a lot of, you know, doom or stoner metal. The stuff I write gets a little bit more in that world. And you know, same with other genres. It could happen.
I think that was what was challenging about country Show Ponies, that we felt like every song we wrote had to be in this like country universe.
Right.
Or, you know, and I think, so now really the point of the shift is that we aren't like really tied down to a specific genre. Like I think we'll always be rock and roll at the end of like what we do, but I think the point of the shift really is to have us like be open to like whatever the shift is, right?
I don't think we need to nail ourselves down to one genre and just write in whatever comes to our brains.
Sick.
Yeah.
Is there anything that would never be
Ska.
the sound? Ska.
I'll never say
Sorry,
never.
Morgan.
You know?
Yeah, probably it's ska.
I mean, yeah,
Ska reggae.
you'd also need a completely different lineup.
Yeah.
We just
Well,
wouldn't-
our bass player Morgan loves ska, and he's real good at it. But I just don't think that's in the cards for us.
Yeah.
Well, maybe reggae. Who knows? I've been listening to a lot of dub. I have been listening to a lot of dub. So
You didn't want to say that before.
well, I always put on when we would be doing our fittings. I'd always put on dub music. It's like perfect. You know what I mean?
Just zone out, chill,
Yeah.
good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, throw on a Bob Marley record from time to time. You know?
Yeah, you never know.
Are you guys improvising much on stage?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No, we like. I feel like because everything's written out and recorded, or at least demoed beforehand, and so we try and do it pretty like on the tee.
I do,
to
but I
that.
can kind of do what I want.
You
Up
improv
there.
on
Sure,
live?
like you know, like it makes a difference, the motherfucker thing. I do that, and then I
yeah.
start doing I started adding like little things. I'm like riffing.
Yeah. That's. Yeah.
I can do what I want. I mean, it's like different.
But that's not improv though if you do it every time.
But the first time I did it, it was improv.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah. No, there's like little ad libs and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
like, you know, if I'm feeling it, I'll smack the guitar and make a weird
Cheeky
noise.
little fill here and there.
Yeah, Nick throws in a couple things, but
Couple
it's
triplets.
yeah. He always plays triplets, and it makes me laugh. But no, everything's pretty rehearsed to a T most of the time.
It's so hard to do that well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
God, throwing something new. No. we kind of have this thing where like we try to eliminate all dead air between songs in our set. Like, so there's, you know, it's kind of one song ends where we're straight into the other, and so it doesn't really leave a lot of time to like extend solos or like do something at the end. So it's pretty like straight on.
Yeah. And what about the water thing You did this. What is this?
I have to stop.
You
think.
I think it's cool.
Here's the thing, it's cool.
What, spitting water?
But there's times I've done it where I shouldn't have done it. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, in Calgary, you spit on that girl. Yeah, she was right there.
So in Calgary, because here's the thing, there was a low ceiling, and I should have not done it. But I just on stage, oftentimes I do. If I have the thought, I do it, which I think is good. Which is good, but there's anyway. So we're in Calgary, and like there's this low ceiling, and there's a woman right up front of the stage, and I spit up, but it's deflecting off the ceiling and like back down, and I knew I hit this lady. I was like, damn. And so she ended up coming up to me after the show, and I saw her. I was like, I am so sorry. She's like, we were doing this masquerade, so she had a mask on. She's like, oh, I've got a mask on. Don't worry about it. And anyway, she bought merch and she was happy, but we're lucky she was okay with it. Someone else might not have been okay with it. And even while I was doing it, I was like, damn, this was probably not the time.
Yeah. Some people pay for that sort of stuff though, Like...
But I also used to, and I haven't done this since, and I would love to, but I think it would have to be this like timed moment where everyone knows what's happening. But I used to swing the mic. And actually in Calgary, on our last tour before that, I did that too. And I've never had an incident, but I'd get flashes of like me hitting Thomas in the mouth, and, like chipping his tooth, or like I could have really hurt someone doing that.
It does look cool though.
So I think,
damn, does it look cool?
I feel like I've been lucky enough times doing it because I've done it several times.
Do you tape when you do it? Do you tape the mic to the cord?
I have, and I have not.
Oh, really?
But sometimes when it's like really loose, like I can't be doing that. So I think anyway. Not to take the magic out of it, but I feel like if I were to do it again, it'd be like everyone knows this is about to happen, so I don't cause any injury. Yeah. But
like everyone on in the band.
The band, yeah. Audience, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be swinging the mic over my head in about.
Watch out.
In 15 minutes.
But that's the problem too, because it could totally. Anyway, I've been lucky. I've been lucky with it.
Yeah, that's rock and roll. The Butthole Surfers brought out a shotgun and started shooting over their crowd. That's rock and roll, baby.
When did you start doing the water?
When did I start? When did
you?
Oh, like my old project, I think. Very Karen O kind of vibes. Yeah, I think I started doing it in my old band.
Sick.
People love the water though.
I like it.
It's a great moment.
It's theatrical. It's fun. It's just I think I did it after COVID too. It's one of those things where it's like that kind of changed it too, because it's like, is this like more of a issue? No one's ever said anything, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue. You gotta try to not just absolutely nail one person. Yeah, and then as long as it's like dispersed.
That's kind of a funny bit though. Just pick one fucker and be like, I'm gonna soak you tonight. Yeah.
What else we got? I got some notes. We covered a lot. What are you guys into that's not music?
That's a good question. I mean, Nick and I, we both work in film. So our days when we are working, because film is like contract work, so you do a movie and then time off, whatever. But when we are working, it's like minimum of like 12-hour days, sometimes 6 days a week. So there ain't much time for anything else, because anytime we have off, we're doing music. But I feel like we both have a lot of tinkering.
Oh, we love tinkering.
Yeah,
which,
you know what I mean?
We define tinkering by playing with things that we
anybody.
bought.
You're right.
You can tinker on anything,
Yeah, but like buying things, and like I have this thing of I always buy guitars and then like want to strip the paint off, and I try to strip the paint off the baseboards in my house, and I have this thing where I always need to just be like working on a stupid project that's too much for me to actually do.
I like to paint.
Ooh.
I haven't painted in a little while, but I like to paint with oil.
Nice.
Usually it's like kind of like surrealism, abstract-y stuff.
That's cool. That's what I would paint. I painted that one on the bar.
I see. Nice.
Both of them, the cat and the Buddha?
Oh no, those no.
You can't see it, Nick, probably, but it's like on the wall.
It's the big one behind the curtain, probably for you. Yeah, that's I don't have the talent to do like anything detailed, but like I like an abstraction thing.
The thing with the detailed stuff is it seems complicated, but it's just like shadowing and highlighting. You do like an outline, then you find the shadow and the highlight, and eventually once you just tinker with it, it like eventually becomes.
Oh, interesting.
Now you tinker.
Sounds
Call
like
that. It's called that.
What's do you have any like big things you've done? Yeah.
Yeah, I've done really. I had this one big piece that I sold recently, but it's like it was spray paint and oils, and it was kind of like an so the spray paint part was really abstract, and then I did some like more detailed work with oil on top of it, some hands, some eyes, just
Nice.
yeah.
Cool. The drawing is, I was always so shit at drawing. Like when I was growing up, like just the worst.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just like stick figures. And my
Yeah.
wife, like she's a painter. That's her whole thing. And so she does these incredible paintings, but I can't even draw. A stick man. It's kind of sad.
Were you guys always musically gifted, good? Or like when did you guys start?
I started pretty young. I started when I was 10 or 11, playing guitar. Before that, I played piano. I think that's always been something that I wanted to do. And I did piano because my mom said if I did piano, I could get a guitar. And so I did that.
acoustic or electric.
But electric.
Oh, did
got
you
a-
get Strat copy or what?
No, I got a Squire Telecaster Obey special edition.
Oh wow,
It had like a
face on it.
no, it had like a I think an octopus eating a skull, which
Yo.
is like an 11.
Hell
As an
yeah.
11 as an 11-year-old, it was so fucking cool. It was awful, but I loved that thing.
You still have it?
No, I traded that for a Paul Stanley Silvertone.
What was the shape?
It was like kind of like the Iceman,
Oh really?
kind of, but it was like, I don't know, they branded it with him, but it was a garbage, like cheap guitar.
Well, anything with Paul Stanley's name on it.
Amen.
It's a quality piece of merchandise in my eyes.
Yeah, had mirror pick guards, mirrored, all this mirrored stuff on it. Sounded great through my Line 6 Spider
On insane mode.
on insane mode.
Yeah, I've both my parents are music teachers.
Ooh.
So I come by it honestly, I guess. But yeah, I play.
Did they teach you?
Yeah, I guess like, well, kind of like. There's always music in the house, and like I started playing piano first, and whatever, and I'd practice with my parents and I just remember practicing, and my dad would be sitting in the room, and I'd just be crying at the piano because he'd just be like, "You got to get it right." I hated it so much, but anyways, but it's good I played piano though, and then after that, I played guitar for a little bit, but I wanted to play like rock guitar, but then I took lessons and I was doing scales and stuff, and I was just like, this sucks. But again, I probably should have stuck with it, but I didn't see, I just wanted to play the Ramones or whatever, but it was all scales. But anyways, and then in grade 7 when I went to junior high, then I started in percussion or like doing drums. Mm-hmm. And then I got a drum set, and that was it. And my dad plays drums too, so he there's always been drums in the house, and hearing him play in the basement and whatever. But he didn't want to teach me because he said that we would fight too much if we if I were to take lessons directly from him. So I had lots of great teachers. I had a teacher named Ty Rogers, who was really great. And there's lots of local drummers that have taken lessons from him. He was really good. I took lessons from Ryan Voth. I took lessons from Curtis Noasad for a bit and whatever. So it's lessons galore. But so it's just I guess I come by it honestly.
Nice. I think it makes sense to not have your parents teaching you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and actually, he did my dad, because he was a high school band teacher, and then I ended up I went to it was River East in North Caledonia or whatever, and I ended up going to River, so he was my teacher in high school or whatever, and it was great. I really enjoyed having him as my teacher because that was, I guess, maybe before I went to the high school, that was a whole side of I never experienced him in that sort of setting, you know what I mean? And it's like, and he took his job very seriously and like was, you know, and he was a really good teacher. So it was good to, I enjoyed having my dad as my teacher in, you know, whatever. So yeah.
Sick.
I feel like I always, starting out, I just faked it till I made it.
Yeah.
I was friends in high school with this group of people, and they were all musicians, and I wasn't at all. And I had a spare during band class, and the band teacher said, like, I know your friends are in this class. I know you have a spare. You should take band. And I did, and I think I always like kind of just surrounded myself with people more talented than I am. And I figured it out, and then you have to kind of just run to catch up, right? So I think I just like immersed myself really early on. And it just, I think it's just like I think back then I was just never scared of saying yes to things. I just said yes to things. So even in my first band when I was 19, they needed a guitarist. I knew like 4 chords, and I was like, great, I can be your guitarist. And I just figured it out from then, right? So I think, yeah.
What did you play in band?
Clarinet. And then, okay, I played clarinet, and then I was like, I know 4 chords in guitar. I'll just join jazz band and I'll play guitar.
Yeah.
And then they give me like a sheet music, and it's like, what is this? Literally, I was like, what the fuck's a G7?
Yeah.
I know G. I know a
chords.
country chord. And so then I learned like a blues scale, and then I did like really shitty like solos, you know, and I just like, but I always thought I was good. I remember doing a solo. We were doing Red House by Jimi Hendrix or something, me and my friends in front of our school, and I had a solo. And I thought I nailed it. And this one girl was like, you nailed that. And I looked back at the video, and it was like the shittiest solo you can imagine. But I guess I always had the little confidence and the ego to just fail
all you need.
and be okay with it.
That's all you need.
I think that is big. That just gave me a flashback to when I was in middle school. The high school jazz band came to our school, and they did like a performance just to be like, hey, stay in band because we're sick. and then they're like, does anyone want to take a solo? And I was like, I'll fucking take a solo. And then I did a solo, and it was mid. But then everyone, because I was the only one who did it, so everyone afterwards was like, that was so cool, good solo. And I was like,
it's the confidence,
I'm the
you know?
best. But it was, you know, it was just that I did it.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember my teacher asked me to play a blues scale, and he's like, you got a few too many notes in there. I remember that being my note.
It's jazz, baby, you know?
Yeah. Never too many notes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I played flute,
I see that for you.
but then I stopped and played upright bass. But
You never told us that you played flute before.
I know I
Withheld this information.
I did. I still got a flute at home.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever just? We were talking about that. Do you ever like just go down in the basement and like click on the light and the flute's sitting there and
looking
you-
at it. Yeah.
And he gave me a
Blew it
flute
off.
solo.
My old friend. No, but I remember because I grew up on a farm at his place. So
That's awesome. This beautiful bucolic setting. You're sitting under an apple tree playing the flute.
well, literally, because like there was a point where like, you know, it was just far away enough that I couldn't walk to town, so there wasn't much to do. So all I would do is I'd go play in the forest, and I would go with my flute into the forest and just sit on a stump and practice flute. And I remember one time I was trying to learn this Jethro Tull song, but I couldn't get it. And
Which one? Cross-eyed Mary?
I don't even remember, but I was so mad that I threw my flute like across the forest, and it like dented it, and I was then so mad at that. And I just have this, it's a very.
Is that the
vivid-
same flute you still have? The dented one?
No, I got a new one. I got a new one.
Yeah, it's interesting. Wow, I never. There's layers to this
I've
onion.
never
Let
seen
me
you
tell you.
angry like that before. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
You just whip your flute. Well, actually, today was pretty close.
yeah.
In rehearsal.
Yeah, my fucking headphones got tangled in my strap as I was trying to change guitars. And every time I would take them out, they were getting more tangled. It's like, I almost lost it. Nick just kept going, didn't even stop the song.
Well, if we were performing live, we wouldn't, what are we going to do?
Exactly.
Stop the show? We just got to
Yes.
keep going.
Yes, you stopped the show.
That is
Princess needs its guitar.
Yeah.
That is crazy though. From flute in the forest, sitting on a stump, to a rock and roll band. That's pretty sick.
That's how it starts. That's how it starts.
And then to the journey will circle back. In old age, you're sitting on a stump with your flute.
I always say that I'm going to retire to the Louisiana swamps, and so it's going to come full circle. I'll quit rock and roll, give it about 4 years, and I'll be in the Louisiana swamps
Playing your flute.
Yeah.
You're going to have one of those boats with the big fan on the back.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite people on Instagram, the Instagram Reels right now, is this guy who goes to the swamps and just like grabs animals.
I love him.
He like grabs like gators and anacondas and stuff.
Really? Like yoinks or whatever?
Yeah. That's my dream.
I haven't seen that. That sounds sick.
Yeah, check it out.
Yoink.
Just yoinking animals in the bayou?
Yeah.
How about you? Are you gonna return to clarinet when you're an old lady?
I don't foresee that being my future. Maybe again, old age, perhaps.
Yeah.
I could see myself being really old and joining like a little what do you call it? Like a little orchestra band.
Like community
Like
band.
a community little thing. Yeah, that could be cute.
What about your omnichord?
Oh, it broke. So I had this omnichord. It's like, I don't know what you call it. Like it's like kind of like a electronic harp type thing. So you press buttons for chords and you can strum on it, but it's so pretty. It sounds very cinematic, but it got rusted somehow and it's broken. That
song inspired lightning, or that instrument, you wrote something that turned into lightning.
You said that, but I don't know how. I don't really see, so after the accident I was in, I bought this omnichord and I started playing it and I started writing songs, but they were like really, I don't know. I sent them to the guys. They never said anything. They were just like, okay, 'cause they were kind of like shitty. But I came over to Thomas's house one day and I brought it and I was showing him some songs, and then we ended up writing lightning. But I really don't see.
Yeah, because I remember you showed me a song and I was like, there was like one interesting chord change in there. Yeah. And then you said the word lightning in it.
I don't think
You did.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
So I remember being like, oh, that's cool, like lyric. And then I changed the chord progression a little bit, and then it turned into lightning.
Because I thought I improvised the lightning, like the word lightning.
No, I think it was in the song.
Okay.
I think so.
I'll believe you.
I don't know. Maybe.
So, the omnichord, is no longer, but we did get a song out of it.
Got one song out of it.
Where was it stored? Why did it get so rusty?
It was under my dresser. There's no reason. There's no
moisture problems.
There's no reason.
There's
no reason why it happened.
You get mold in your place.
Also, I don't know if I've seen one. Like, how big is this thing?
It's like this big.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it like how expensive is it?
This one was $400.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it's a Q chord. I think it's an omnichord. It's a Q chord.
Yeah.
The omnichords are like $1,000.
Oh, okay.
But I got on eBay for like $400.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I just got this, like, I saw this ad for one that's like, you select a chord with one button, and then you select like, how do you say, like, what, like you add like a seventh, a sixth, or whatever the hell, with another button, and then the same idea,
yeah,
but with all these different craziness.
Yeah.
And be cool for experimentation.
I think this is like the same thing. It sounds like similar. Yeah.
It's fun to switch up instruments sometimes. Try something new.
Maybe I'll get one of those for Christmas. Have you seen those ones that look like a music note, and it has a little mouth, and you like go. Those are cool.
Yeah.
I could see us writing a song based around that thing.
Yeah.
That plus flute plus clarinet.
That with like the
plus me crying on the piano.
Show Pony is back.
okay.
Rebrand number 2.
Big shift coming.
But that thing with like the Makes No Difference melody.
Oh, see, it'd be great.
Yeah, it's great.
Here we come, TikTok.
Oh God, yeah. Terrible.
We were talking right before we started rolling about hot takes. Do you guys have any?
I don't think so.
It's a good question.
Like, I don't know if it's a hot take, but here's a take. A take is that I think bands you should always prefer to play for less time than more.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's like if you're gonna play a thing, it's like if you only can play 20 minutes or whatever and just like bang out your best shit in 20 minutes, like it's better than being like, we have an hour and then just playing, you know what I mean? Like that's just my opinion. But like, I think sometimes, it's like better, cause that's what they, they said the Ramones used to play like 15 minutes, you know what I mean? Like that was their set, was just like 15 minutes or whatever.
That's crazy.
Like you just bang out the best stuff as opposed to just filling up time with maybe stuff that's whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just rock them and shock them and then get the heck out of there,
So you're saying sets should be shorter?
Maybe. If it's a bit for,
I think especially for like smaller bands, I mean, if I'm paying like, $200 to see a stadium show or whatever,
of course,
I kind of want to show.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you go to stadium shows which they
gonna cut it.
only played 20 minutes, so
That's true. That's true. But
Meatloaf concert.
Yeah, every Guns N' Roses show. But yeah, I'd much rather see like a tight 30-minute set than a monotonous hour-long set.
Yeah, I think it keeps people coming back too. Like you don't want to like overstay your welcome.
Yeah,
it's sick as fuck. It's short, and then people are like, "Oh, I want to see that again."
It's always better to leave people wanting more than
exactly,
than.
You don't want people to be exhausted.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it's a 3-band bill. My God.
Yeah.
It starts at 10 o'clock. I'm getting home at 12:30. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss so many YouTubes in that time.
There's so many YouTube shorts I could watch. But no, I 100% agree. Especially if you're open.
Anyways, that's mine. So what's your two?
Oh, God.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh.
I think I have one. So when you're on the bus, okay, if it's busy, some people like to sit on the aisle seat and keep the seat that's next to the window for their bag or something. They like to hog both seats. Yeah. And when it's busy, they'll just do that. And I think it's super disrespectful. And my hot take is don't do that. You know what I mean?
That's just
courtesy.
Sure.
I know, but people don't do that.
Really?
Yeah. People do not do that. People are so disrespectful. And I always want to say something, but I never do. You know what I mean? I keep to myself, but one of these days I might just let loose and be like, put your bag on your lap, please.
Let loose.
Whoa! No!
Holy shit.
Relax. Put your bag on your seat, please. Let loose. Wow.
That is very accurate, though. I'll do the, like, you have the bag on the side, and then as soon as it starts filling up, then
that's the thing.
Then you
yeah, for sure.
move it. Yeah.
Or I think another thing about the bus. I've got a lot of hot takes about the bus.
Now we're going to move into the segment of Mano airing her grievances of the bus.
If you're able, every big city knows this, every major city understands this, exit out the back of the bus. Again, if you have accessibility issues or you have to go through the front, of course, right? There's obviously exceptions, but if you're able to, exit the back of the bus. I think people are too nervous that they can't open the back door, so they avoid it. Yeah. But it just clogs everything. It makes, it just messes the system up. And I just feel like if you're able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That back door just sometimes does not go,
it does. Because I see people struggle and it doesn't work. I don't struggle.
Did you just press it?
You press it and you hold it. You don't do this. You just press and hold firm.
Well, I don't see. That's I've done it successfully.
I know what you mean.
I've done it successfully so many times, and sometimes I'm just like,
every bus is not the same.
Yeah.
I've tried. There's times where it hasn't worked.
I don't know, guys.
Has it never not worked for you?
I can't think of a time. It's I see people struggle and then I do it. And it's fine. You know what I mean? I don't know if my technique is just.
You're just better. It's crazy in New York. Like when I would take the subway, everywhere that's always like you never stand in front of the doors as people are getting off. The amount of people doing that made me so angry. Like it's absurd how many people do that. You'd like, because there's a full subway of people trying to get out, but then there's like 100 people trying to get in. It's just like this clash of people, and it's so stupid. That's my pet peeve, is when people are trying to, like, even at an elevator, when you're trying to get out and people are trying to get in at the same time. It's like, wait 1 fucking second.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you feel about escalators, Thomas? When people
don't like them
because some people will just stand on them.
Yeah,
if you're gonna stand on them, you have to be kind of
off to the side.
On the right.
Escalators.
But Winnipeg people don't do that. People will just stand. Again, major cities, we're so behind in Winnipeg, right? Like major cities understand the etiquette.
Yeah.
Winnipeg, we struggle with the etiquette, and I know we can do better. And I believe
escalators, stairs, sidewalks. If you're slow, you go to the side. You want
to stand, cool. So
escalators in general, I don't like. But if you're gonna use them, the point is to get up there faster, right? It's not stand. You walk. It's a testament to the American laziness.
One time, I got an escalator story. It was we were shooting in the the underground or whatever, and like I don't know what that's called, like a port, like
the tunnels.
The tunnels or whatever, and we were shooting this thing down there, and I don't know, I was camped out. I sat there was an escalator or whatever, and there was like a little space in between, so I sat there, and I guess my thighs were kind of touching the belts or whatever, like the hand things, and I was wearing this white jumpsuit, and I stood up, and it was like the craziest brown green stain on my pants. Those things are fucking nasty. It was crazy. And it was insane. I was like, I've never seen shades of brown like that. So anyways, they're very dirty. If you're going to be touching those little black rubber strips, watch out. Bring some hand sani. That's all I got to say.
Especially down in the tunnels.
Down in the tunnels.
That's piss central.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can leave it there, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
This has been a great time.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thomas, Nick Minot. You got December 5th. Emil, is that? Emil and the Sniffers cover set December 6th at the Park Theater as well. Originals. Anything else coming up?
We're releasing our single Makes No Difference December 2nd. And then our EP will be coming out.
Oh, I guess we didn't even talk about that. I listened to it. It's sick. I guess we talked about it for a second.
A little bit,
yeah. Yeah, that's great. It should be out. Well, I don't know. We can talk about when we want to release this episode. But yeah, listen to that. And I guess that's it.
Okay,
cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Like this.